Hello and welcome to Analysis of Gold XAUUSD. My name is Vic. Thanks for joining me here. This is going to be a quick update because for past couple of weeks there has not been much change in gold situation. As you can see, the market actually fell down into this FCP zone, went back up, and started to consolidate in this particular area here. And then 2 weeks ago, approximately 2 weeks ago, I said like no consolidation was going to get over, and the market fell out of that consolidation. But after that, it created a bigger consolidation range, and we are still consolidating here on gold. So there is not much happening if you are a swing trader or breakout trader. But if you know how to trade FCP WNM patterns, then you can trade a lot of these patterns as well on smaller time frame. For example, if I just show you, there are several M and W patterns. Let me just hide this, and this is what you can see. There are W patterns, and there is another W pattern here. There is M pattern, and a lot of these W and M patterns are quantifiable and they are predictable. And we have been actually trading quite a lot of them in our FCP gold room here, like these ones. And there was a very good one on Friday as well, where we took a long hair and it kept on like going up, and I think it's still just about to reach our profit target as well. So we can trade these WNM patterns as well in consolidations. You do not have to wait for breakouts or things like that. But if you're looking at higher time frames, and if you're trying to find out what kind of scenarios can be there in coming days or coming weeks, then this is what it is. First of all, we are approaching half year of 2022. So the market has been consolidating before that for a few weeks, which means that large certain moves can be expected. So when market reaches these quarters or half year periods, then make sure that you are managing your risk and trade what you're comfortable with, um, because there can be certain large moves in either direction. Now, if you watch my previous analysis, you will know that these levels are already there, which can act as your profit targets and your support and resistance as well. So make sure that you watch that in analysis, because I'm not going to repeat the whole thing again here, which has already been covered, which you might have already seen. If not, then have a look at that, and you'll find a link to that in my channel as well. Now, what I'm expecting here is that see, there are a couple of gaps available here. So if the market starts to go up, then all of these levels can act as your profit targets, hence resistance as well. And I will post this chart in our Telegram group. You are welcome to join that. And if the market breaks through this FCP zone, then we already know that the market can reach down to these levels here and FCP zones. We already have them mapped, and these are going to be long-term ones. So far, the market has been getting support from these trend lines and this FCP zone, but ultimately at some point in time, it has to break out to either side. My bias is still towards the bearish side at the moment, but we'll have to see, and we will trade only what we see, and we manage the risk in the process. So there are three gaps. So ultimately, at some point in time, the market is going to come back to fill these gaps up. Now we do not know when that is going to happen, whether it's going to happen after it has fallen, or whether it it goes up to close those gaps and then it falls. Whatever it is, we already have these levels available, and whatever the direction market starts to move, we will simply start to look for confirmation in that direction and trade in that direction. Because in trading, you can make money on either side. You can trade money on long, you can make money on short, as long as you have the plan ready. So if you have all the levels ready, and if you have way of finding the confirmation in that direction, then you can simply take the trade and have your risk management in place, and that's what it is. If I go to the smaller time frame, now, smaller time frame, let me actually remove this range. Now, in smaller time frame, we have this W pattern forming here. So the market can come to 1853, or even go to 1867. And we also have this gap available. So we can have something like this sort of W pattern. And you will see that there is a W pattern in the middle of it. So this is quite a possibility that market can actually go for a bullish move to close this gap. If the market continues to rise above this previous high of 1876, 1880, then it is expected to move to the next level, which is this gap around 1884, then 1895, then 1906, because there is a gap available at 1906 as well. On the bearish side of things, let me actually just extend this trend lines, because the market has still been respecting that. So if this trend line is broken, we still have this FCP zone. So the market will have to break through this FCP zone and come back down to this trend line, which is also available here. Again, I'm going to post these charts in our Telegram group, so you'll be able to refer to them. Otherwise, you can draw these trend lines yourself on your chart after watching this video. Now, once that trend line has been broken, then we are looking for 1755.918, those sort of thing areas. Okay, so this was one quick view on here. On higher time frame, which was posted months ago, the market came to this W pattern, is still falling down, and ultimately on higher time frame it is expected to continue to fall to 1586 or so. That may take weeks or months until, something changes. If anything changes in the market drastically, if the structure changes, then obviously this is not going to work out. But so far it is going in the right direction, and over months and maybe probably years, it can reach 1586 as well. So this is higher time frame view. Then the next one is another view that I have shared several times. This is the bias that I have had. I'm expecting market to continue to fall down. Obviously, there will be minor upward moves here as well. If anything changes, if drastically anything changes, which means that this level, this 1880 level, this approximately 1880 level is broken to the upside, then only my bias will change. Otherwise, from swing trading point of view, from higher time frame point of view, my bias is still is still towards the short. It consolidated between these trend lines. Now it may go back up, as I said, try to create that W pattern here, either on smaller time frames or even a bigger W pattern like this. But again, as long as this upper level is intact, I will still be looking for short opportunities mainly. So this is what we have on gold. I hope you enjoyed this analysis, found this useful. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other traders and trading communities. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great trading week.